Hello. Today I'll go over unit test basics. It's hands-on how to we do unit test a Java some Java code. So this is an Eclipse IDE I'm using. So I'll create a new Java project and then I'll call this like temperature tester temp. Let's say tester. So I will just hit next and I don't want to create anything and let's say finish. So here is the project I have. So I'm going to create two folders. One, this is called package. One of them, the code that I'm going to put, and also the test I'm going to put. So I'm going to create a new package again called test. So to separate the code in production and others. So code is already ready. So I'm going to just copy the code and paste over here. Code has some bugs you will see. So here it is, temperature in the main. So it is converting Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius. So if you don't use unit tests, you have to write a main function like this and create an instance of the class that we are testing. Let me move things like that. Make this actually full screen. So this is the code we are testing, and I'm creating the instance of it. And this is this input value I'm going to give. If you look at here, I call this functions. I pass 100 degree, which is Celsius. In Fahrenheit, it should be 212 Fahrenheit. So this is the result. I'm checking the result if it is really true. If it is true, it will say pass Celsius Fahrenheit and failed otherwise. So let's run this one. Run as Java application. In the console, you see failed. So if I have tens of tests, I need to read each of them to whether it failed or not, and all these things are a little bit complicated. So I don't want to do this using like main. I'd like to use unit testing. So I'm gonna write code to test my code. That is super idea. So I will just come here very easily. I'm gonna right click on this one and let's do this new. I right click over this one and new and unit test case. If you don't see this in your browser IDE, just click the other and go to Java, and there should be Java unit underneath. Okay, can I extend this? Yes. Java and then JUnit and then it is unit test case. I'm clicking actually this one. If you don't see, that's okay. So right click over here and I will click unit test case. You don't need to use this wizard. You can write your own, but this makes my life easy. So JUnit has, which is we are going to use JUnit framework, has a 3, 4, and JUnit 5, which has a special name called Jupyter. And this is the convention it automatically comes, which is valid in industry we are using. So this is the class name we are testing, if you look at, and adds a test at the end. So that is the way how we test. I will click next. It says which function you are going to test. I'd like to test both of them, clicking, not these ones. Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius, I want to test both of them. When I hit finish, and it says, do you want to add JUnit library? Yeah, it comes there, and then JUnit is added on the left if you see it, and this test case is written. So let me move temperature to the right, and here is the test on the left panel over here. So each of them has a notation called test. This says the unit test. If we import it here, it's gonna be a test case. It's not regular, main function or something like that. When I right click here and run as JUnit test, it will run. And on the left pan, it is saying to me, I run two tests. Yes, here it is. Two of them failed because there's a fail command over here. So let's fix that. And for example, which one we are testing? If you look at our main function, we would like to test first Celsius to Fahrenheit, which is this one. So actually, whatever the code over here, I'm gonna repeat the same thing here and remove the fail. So I will just create a temperature. When I hit here, temperature, and it also gives me the name, new temperature, like that. And then this is, I was expecting, it will ask, oh, okay, I'm writing on the same folder. I would like to move to the test. So I'm going to move this here, drag and drop, and I will say okay. Now if you look at in my import, there is one more thing, temperature from the main. So my code is in the test. Now it is better structure. So I have temperature over here. So what is my expected value? I'd like to be a little bit explicit. Expected value is 212 Celsius, right? And this is the expected value. And input value I'm going to use, I will like to double input value, is which is 100 Celsius. So just wanted to, for testing purposes, I'd like to do this. So what is actual? Let's say the actual result. So it is temperature, this is a dot, and then this Celsius to Fahrenheit I'm going to test, and then give the input value, it automatically recognizes, so which is 100 actually. So I need to add semicolon over here. So okay, I have everything, but I don't have any assertion to check. So I will write assert, and there are many assert commas. Assert equals I'm going to choose, and this is expected value I'm going to put. Come on, expected. Okay, this is not helping me. Expected, and this is the actual. If they are same, this test will pass. So I'm going to rerun this test if you look at here. So it is still failing, but this one, Celsius to Fahrenheit, I'm working currently. So it says this fails. I'm not testing this one because I didn't write it fails because I know it's gonna fail. So when I click this one, it says this line. So when I double click here, the failure trace, and it shows me this. It says expected 12.0, but actually it's 132. So let's see what is wrong with my code. So let's hide this. We don't need to see that. So go to temperature class. And if you look at here, the Celsius to Fahrenheit we are testing, it has 9/5, which is an integer division. So it will omit everything after the dot. So it will be just 1. So that's why our numbers are really very small. So actually it's very small. So I need to make this floating point division. So I'm going to do the quick hint, just print 5.0. So if the one of them is floating point and the other one is integer, doesn't matter. So this will be floating point division in Java. So now I'm going to rerun the test, and I have this green passed. So I have one failure because I didn't write that one. So this is cool. I have green on this one. So let's try to write this one too, Fahrenheit to Celsius. So I'm going to copy everything over here. Just paste over here. I'm going to, expected value is 100, right? This time because I'm going to give 100 Fahrenheit. I'm sorry. What is that? We are testing Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yeah. Let's do this, Fahrenheit to Celsius. I will be giving input value 212 because I'll give this one. Am I gonna get this Celsius? Okay, because Fahrenheit Celsius. So let's run this one again. It fails. Let's see the reason. It is not giving me the correct result. Actually, the result is 0. Let's look at here. If you look at 5/9, it's integer division. There is no 9 in 5. It will be 0 point something, but it will ignore the point and you'll lose everything. I'm going to put here 0.0. It will become floating point division, and I can hit this run or that run to remember the last run. If you look at here, it says. So when I run this, now I have 2 green tests. So instead of reading and looking at here in the main function and then seeing the black, console or whatever they call it. So later on, you just come here and run and visually see if your all tests are green, you will see green bar, so you are good. So this is a basic of unit testing. Hope this helps.